ourselves into the next round here as we do get into game number 1 of our day, Winter. Already immediately out for a quick ward is Ryan Prince.
Prepare for battle.
Yeah, I mean, this is just something very, very common now. When you're picking Nature's Prophet, you take both the Observer wards, and he's even actually going to go even further. He's going to sentry block the camp because it's a TA. We saw this yesterday. Who was it? He was playing against a Kotal, and he just blocked the camp, the side camp from the start as well. So teams are just starting to understand which heroes to try to hinder more. And Sunset is going to get caught by a Flame Break.
Looks like first blood here. We'll see if he manages to get away. He's got a lot of support. That's a big ignite here. My goodness. They do get first blood. Can they get anything else for SIBE team to make this at least not as bad as a trade? Unfortunately, it seems like that answer is going to be a no. Kind of crazy. They all just met top. I don't know if I've ever seen a 5-on fight here.
Yeah,
I've seen 5-on-5s here.
I'll tell you why. The Dire team has Trian. They're expecting the Radiant team to come up to cut down the tree, so they're trying to first blood them, doing it.
Yeah, that's very logical.
I play a lot of Trian. I run into this type of bullshit a lot. People do it in even pub games, you know. So it's quite annoying. So they are able to read the play and get a first blood on. Who did he get the first blood on? Oh, it was on Bat Rider.
The battle begins.
Not the best hero, but alright. He has boots, right? What did he buy? No, he's buying Clang Blade and Mangoes.
First blood and three bounties ain't bad at all. This start here now for...
Yeah, they're gonna block the camp. I mean the creeps right now, so to force the creeps into the tower, so they can actually get the creep equilibrium or the Magnus lane. Drow is a hero where I feel like it's a very weak hero at level 1. So if you can actually force her to not last hit under her tower, she's going to be very vulnerable. But the Nature's probably going to TP in. Cloud's going to take a bunch of damage because of that. No Sal, just tangles, so he has to play a little bit safer here until he regains his health.
More painful for him. That 3-minute Lotus is going to be more important as well here. Now this is what we're more used to seeing out from the NP, right? This kind of bully and even a kind of a 1v2 zoning, making the start of the lane at least really easy, very simple for the Drow Ranger. Top lane, this Rubik Brewmaster, so you have a very easy, almost guaranteed ignite. Quelling Blade already very useful for cutting down a lot of these trees as the Courier of Respect goes down.
I mean, this lane should be, I feel like both cores are going to be able to get their farm, but when it comes to kill potential, Radiant side has the MP to TP in, so maybe they're going to have a lot more kill potential in the lane, and if you see Respect, it's going to get run down by the Rubik and the Cinder Brew, and they don't even need the Nature's Prophet? Nope, don't even need him.
Didn't even really need that Blood Grenade there, so that could be troublesome, seeing how this lane starts to develop a bit more now. A bit early.
I mean, the Omni is actually winning the lane. Jeez, it's actually so far ahead right now. 11 to 4. 11 last hits and 4 denies to the 4 and 1 of the TA. Alright, that is not something I expect. I felt like they picked TA into Omni knowing that TA is going to win the lane.
Ends up going a little bit different, at least so far. Seems like a lot of these melt strikes not really adding up too much. Is this already a
Nature's
kill?
Prophet? Where's the Prophet?
There he goes, TPing in. Oh, no. Okay, he's going to cancel, actually. Maybe they're just happy to let him be for now. I mean, he does have Bottle. If they can secure both Water Runes, it doesn't quite look like he'll be able to. So just the one Water Rune, and he's not going to get too much else out of it. So it seems like a lot of that harass, I don't want to say it's going to go to waste, but doesn't really end up paying off into much because of that bottle delivery. Now we'll see how much more of an issue this becomes as we kind of expect the harass to continue at this level, but only time will tell. Here comes the TP. Oh, okay.
He doesn't have Blood Grenade. He needs a Blood Grenade delivered before he can actually kill the TA. I think it's in the Courier. Is it in the Courier? Nope. Not in the Courier. Yeah, you need it to break the refraction so you can actually kill her. Right now, Nature's Prophet is just happily sitting on board, making sure that Drow is going to be able to last it. Drow's not doing too bad. It's 9 CS to the 10 of the Magnus, but the creep wave is very far away.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Oh, that means both their spells. That is one lucky Drow. They're still going to kill the draw. I don't think they have enough damage already.
They do
after
not.
mixing both spells.
There's the wand online, TP. They may be looking for this going to Sweden Strong, but even he's going to be a bit too evasive there with the Firefly still active. Cloud once again finds himself low HP and low mana. What's his courier have here? A Void, what Wraithband Void Mask, and a stack of Tangos. So he has kind of been getting beaten back, but he was able to at least secure that first Lotus. Will make a little bit of a difference here as far as regen goes.
Yeah. On the other hand, the draw doesn't really have much until the courier arrives. Just one set of Tango. And Nature's Prophet doesn't have any right now, so they have to play very defensively in this lane. 4-minute rune. Both the mid laners are just gonna get one of the water runes, so not much to see here. But I'm surprised that Omni is actually still doing so well against the TA. So maybe this matchup is I don't really have the right read on this matchup.
Looks like it's maybe starting to shift here. We'll see. First Bracer delivered into now the Blightstone as well as level 1 Meld. We're going to get more and more damage and instances of Refraction. Maybe this is going to start to turn just a bit more. Not so sure about that. Top lane. There's a bit of an action now. That should really be nothing too big. That is until at least Ryan Prince TP's on in. Looking for Moonkushi perhaps, but having to settle instead for the much slower and the easier kill onto the Tree Protector. Unable to deny himself there to the Acorns. He will find the kill.
Yeah, this is what I'm expecting from the MP. He has to move around, he has to help the other lanes. But now I'm looking at the mid lane and I feel like you might be right about this. The more levels the TA is going to get, the lane is just going to slowly shift in her favor. Omnina is already taking a lot of harass from the side blades and he's already starting to struggle to stay in the lane. Eventually the TA is just going to pull ahead in terms of the CS counter.
Yeah, minute 6 rune is going to be really important for both teams to try and consider rotating to, because that could really stabilize Omni's game, or it could lead the TA into just kind of a really unstoppable position as far as this 1v1 lane goes. You can see just that casual bit of harass really starting to be more value. The value chainmail, though, I think is going to end up making a huge difference. They do aggressively fortify. That's, I think, it was for mid, just trying to get a little bit more damage in. Eyes on mid lane, though, where we are approaching the 6-minute mark, so rotations now coming through. Respect able to bully away Sunset, so it should be top rune squarely in control for Klim Sani4 here, and that's where the Invis rune will spawn, first power rune. Not too sexy of a rune. I think maybe the TA hoping for a haste, maybe a DD rune, but it's a bottle refill at the end of the day, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's what matters a lot for this hero right now. He needs to have the mana and HP to sustain. Push out the wave.
Telekinesis, a little bit too much damage here. He's ignited as well, but still trying to fight his way through this one. Maybe, just maybe, they can trade away one hero in exchange for himself.
No mana
Sweden
on the
strong. He's just a bit weak here to be fighting against 3 heroes. As low as Klas Nokratu is, he is still out fighting here, and in fact turns back for the kill. He's got a double kill so far. Onto Respect. Oh my goodness, the stance. Did you see that? The stance there on the Storm Brawler. The evasion.
That was a very, very huge deal there for the Brew to be able to survive there. That puts him at 5.5 level, so now they're going to be able to pick up the Wisdom Rune. Should be 1 apiece for Cloud and for Sunset on the Rubik. I mean, once the Brew is going to be level 6, Luna can no longer stay in the lane. He has to start jungling, so he has the right build for it. 1-1-3, so not too worried about the Luna right now. I mean, once the Brew has level 6, they should be able to start pressuring the top tower. Maybe wait for the MP to TP in and try to, if you can open up this area, then the Luna's gonna be vulnerable to be ganked.
You just see how dangerous things are in the mid lane right now. TA, no supports here in the vicinity. Both supports actually still mid lane for SIBE team. Sprout is going to be cut through by that preemptive Quelling Blade that Kyra Jr. has. But it will be a challenge now, basically 1 versus 3 to try and secure these this next power rune spawn Winter.
So the first one was an Invis rune. What is going to be the second one?
Regen down bottom. Sweden Strong denying that one away. They may actually try and give chase here. He's going to take him through this big stack. And that will at least disengage here. He's going to try and take the stack now, so Klim Sani4 eager to try and defend this. Cloud from the bot lane has himself an RP. Actually, does not have the skill point for an RP. Now he has it at level 7 if he wants to, but ultimately unnecessary for the kill only onto the Furion.
Dire's middle tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
he's going to be happily collecting the stack right now on the Magnus to power ahead towards his dagger. I kind of like that he's actually rushing dagger instead of trying to be greedy and go for like an Echo Saber first. You have a TA and Luna Core, you know, you can't afford to be way too greedy on your Magnus. So I definitely think this is the Wraith Bends into Blink. I think this is the right decision, and Respect taking the farm on the dangerous side, just getting picked off by the trio of the Nature's Prophet Rubik and the Brewmaster. It's not the biggest deal. He's just trying to delay the tower push and get some XP if he can.
Yeah, like you said, the Luna doesn't really want to be here anymore now with that level 6 online for the Brew. Having that Primal Split activated, just we'll have to kind of let this tower go. We'll see now as the lanes begin to break down a bit more how things are shaking up. And yeah, pretty much exactly how we thought. It's pretty close, honestly, between the TA and the Omni Knight. I thought TA was going to come out a little bit further ahead in this lane. And that's just not really the case. A tiny XP advantage. Well, really, it's a full level advantage, isn't it? So, you know, that's somewhat significant, isn't it? But as far as kills, as far as last hits and net worth go, we're looking more or less quite even here. The issue now for the Omni Knights is going to be trying to stop Kyra Jr. from just kind of doing this, just farming in the lane. Especially now with a little bit more support from Klim Sani4 in the area, things do become a little bit more dangerous hitting this 10-minute mark. That's the rune that we're looking for. Haste rune now for the TA. This might result in our first kill of the game. Oh, second, sorry. Already has one.
Yeah, well, for the meantime, they're just like happy trying to shove out waves, clear stacks, get more stacks for the TA. I mean, if they were to try to attack an area, I would say that I mean, Drow would be a good target to clear. But for now, they're trying to abuse the teleport wave in the middle lane. Both supports are here. This Prophet is going to react to this.
Haste. Really good. Oh, kind of a good flame break. They still have vision on Rhyme Prince uphill. And they don't get an uphill miss. Kyra Jr. does need to be a bit careful. No meld for 7 seconds. Had a big wand, though. We're able to fight through this one, but it has actually no vision for Rubik's stolen meld. So we'll have to be left with only the kill there onto the Furion. And the wagon was killed off here by that tier 1 tower. So the push, well, if they want to get the tower, they're going to have to make another play for it.
Probably not. I think without the wagon, it's going to be just too difficult for them to take down the tower. Maybe they can do some more harass damage.
Chip damage here.
The TA.
TP committed. They've already
the
used the lift. They have a split, but obviously he can't turn into the Storm or the Earth Panda fast enough to actually cancel that TP out. Respect looking for another TP out. Not going to be as lucky. That's an Omni Knight 404 build here at level 8, so just way too much damage on that hammer and that purification. Some breathing room, though. You can see Munkushi immediately moving to take over the space that is recently cleared up for him. So space created there by Klim Sani4. Even if they end up losing the tier 1 tower, is that going to be worth it, though?
Probably not. I mean, losing this tower. I mean, some people will tell you that the mid tower doesn't really matter as much, you know, because of how the map is positioned. The side lane farm is more important. But I think the mid tower is still pretty important, because it allows the defending team to actually defend the Ancients area. Like right now, they have a lot of stacks in the TA. If you have the mid tower, it'll be harder for the Radiant team to invade, you know. But right now, it's down, so it's a lot more open, you know, that side of the map. So it's pretty important that you try to maybe use wards and sentries to try to protect yourself from incoming ganks from that area.
Yep. And just because I see a lot of people in the chat confused about it, Munkushi is here. It's still the full roster. I know Winter and I were talking about a stand-in. It might have just been a little roster issue on the Faceit sites. Everything's cleared up. Everything's good to go. Everyone's accounted for. Not to worry. Game so far, pretty even, Winter. Map control pretty squarely for SIBE team, though. I think it's going to be hard to deny that they've got a bit of an advantage now built up here.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, but I think the first Roshan is going to be like a crucial point of the game. You know, if they can actually take that away from the TA, that would be very, very ideal for the Drow Rangers team. On the other hand, I feel like they don't really have the right heroes to kill Rosh early. it's gonna take a while before they are able to do it. But at the same time, you also have to pay attention to if the Dire team is gonna do it. You have to try to contest it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Magnus blink online, and they're gonna smoke up, try to open up the mid tower. I like this play right now.
Radiant's middle tower
Fukushi is on
under
vision though.
attack.
He's in a very dangerous spot right now.
Yeah, they've got this cliff warded.
Radiant
A lot of
are
SIBE team is playing for a pickoff there.
Radiant's middle
TA
tower
pushing
is
the
under
mid
attack.
tower, more or less undefended, but it looks like the smoke play. It is going to
Radiant's
scout the
middle
Luna,
tower
but
has
with the
fallen.
Rubik a bit too far behind to open up with the telekinesis. No chance there, but the Blink RP now is going to be here for the counter initiation. They don't have an Eclipse, but they do still have plenty of damage. Nice stolen skewer at least, might buy enough time. No, as the TP out from the Omni is going to be cancelled. Good overgrowth. It's going to be Klim Sani4 and a pretty nice little few, bits of momentum there. This tower in the mid lane, smoke gank avoided, turned into a nice kill off the Blink reveal. Good stuff.
Meanwhile, SIBE, he was able to get both runes on the Nature's Prophet, Wisdom runes, so they kind of got something of that trade. So it wasn't all bad, losing 2 heroes for nothing. I mean, next fight they have to be more careful with before the Omni Knight engages like this. He has to understand that he is the safe. If the RP is on him, then no one else can save him. So he needs to be careful with his positioning.
It's also kind of hard. I mean, I guess if you let the Brew run in and engage, right, once he has his items online, by the way,
Let's
going for the
Brew.
Radiance, things should shake up a little bit better, I think.
I mean, seeing this Vlad's item on a lot of offlaner heroes right now.
That could be trouble. Mask of Madness right underneath the ward. Makushi trying to TP out, but he's just going to take too much damage here.
Yeah, I mean, he's farming yet again, in the dangerous area.
Look, they're getting lame on the other side of the map,
Ancients.
though. The mini skewer is going to be good enough for the kill. Lasso probably trying to prevent the split from coming up, but I just don't think the damage is really here. Is there heroes? Is this just going to be a split to live? Maybe? They're actually doing a okay job of getting through the Brewlines, especially now with that cleave on the Side-Blade spill. Cloud jumping forward as well with the Blink Dagger. They've killed everything else was ready but the Earth Panda, and that just takes another couple of meld hits for it to go down. And this TP was completed also by the Omni Knights. There's no overgrowth, so no real way to stop them from just running away, but it's hard to deny that, sure, you killed the Luna, but Klim Sani4 getting a whole lot more out of that.
Yeah, I mean, the Luna, she needs to be able to figure out, like, when his team is, like, playing around, like, pushing towers, it means that she can't really afford to take all the dangerous farming. I think she's playing a little bit too close to the lines of the enemy. I feel like she doesn't have to do that. Just leave it to either the Trian or the Bear Rider. Those heroes don't really care if they are playing dangerous area to farm. She needs to take the safest farm. Bear Rider, once again, gets another pick off here.
Yep.
The TA.
It's not quite the Deso yet for Kyra Jr., but just off of this Blink Dragonlance kind of spike alone, you can see how aggressive he's playing, and I really like this kind of a move, right? You are playing with 2 other greedy cores, Cloud going for that Blink first, and now the Echo Saber. Luna, you have to expect to just go max farming mode, so I do like how they both kind of shift into earlier items here to get a bit more activated, and now we see a kill on a Sweet and Strong, but an easy blink away there for Kyra. Either way, I think Klim Sani4 doing a pretty good job here. Their lanes were a bit shaky early. Maybe just because we were a bit surprised at the strength of the Omni Knights here. But the things kind of going a little bit more how I thought they would outside of the laning stage. SIBE team, just have to find a good fight, man. The split has to be used well.
Yeah, he also has to be very careful on when he uses a split. The enemy team has a lot of physical damage to kill it off, so he needs to make sure that he's using the split when Omni Knight's around to protect him.
Here for the Luna.
Smoke up from Kushi.
Yeah, he's already used the Manta style, an easy kill there. However, what will it cost them? Somehow only 1 hero hit by the skewer. RP onto 2, but he did get out that Guardian Angel just in the nick of time. That'll leave Cloud dead to right. Sunset secures it with the Stolen Lucent Beam.
That was a very, very big kill there on 2 of the cores there for Team SIBE. So very, very nicely done here. It's going to give them a lot more time to farm in the map. And thanks to the ward there on the cliff, that allowed them to actually set up for the kill. So right now they're going to try to move into the left jungle, try to invade, play around the Brewmaster. He has split. Trian has shot right now.
A kill here onto the Rubik, just a little one, but careful. There is kind of a surround going on onto SIBE team. this time around. The Brew popping the ultimate early. The detection is here. Looks like the Void Bruling pushing him a bit closer to enemies, and it's just not enough damage, though. You could see Kyra Jr. making it back safely into the fountain. Nice TP out. That's going to be another Brew split, not really used very effectively. These are kind of impactful, isn't it? I mean, you're just not really contributing too much to the game, to the team fight, especially because you are going for this Radiance. It's a bit greedy, isn't it?
I mean, what else do you go if you're not going Radiance? I don't think they needed a vessel. So I mean, this hero is just inherently more on a farming type of offlaner, you know. So I feel like the Radiance build just allowed this hero to shine later in the game. You just have to play around it, and you have to accept it. And meanwhile, Nature's Prophet is dead. It's true he was trying to, I guess, play some wards down, just ran into enemy heroes.
Yep.
Just normal support things, you know, trying to give your team vision and information.
Link reveal as well for the Bat Rider, so pretty nice job just to secure a kill out from that, as Respect is hunting, looking for the Drow Ranger, but a bit too difficult here for her. Comparing our Drow now with our Luna. Luna taking a bit of a lead here, just another 1.5k gold that separates them. It is basically a little bit of a half item, I guess, with the Manta at least being done for Munkushi, as well as the Shard now. So all the heroes kind of specking into a little bit of early fight, a little bit of early damage. Meld's traps stolen, trying to create a bit of space here, but the TA is just simply going to be caught out. The trap slow is just too darn good on these Rubik traps.
Yeah, it was actually so quickly they were able to kill him. But through the reflection and just managed to, I guess it's just Omni Knight, you know, burst the TA from full to nothing in a heartbeat. The TA going for a shard build to take fights, and that's not really working out for him, you know.
Nope.
Not going to Deso means you're gonna slow your own farm by a lot.
Okay, really interesting cast there. Oh no, lame. He missed the gust, and that is probably... Oh no, Cloud! Didn't want to commit the RP. He's just going to have to watch the Drow Ranger walk away, and the rest of the reinforcements now coming in. Eclipse used immediately here. Munkushi trying to get away from this one here. So that Rider from behind does get on top of the Drow Ranger. Drow ends up dropping to the Manta Illusions. There's going to be the split. They end up lifting the Bat Rider as the Overgrowth useful to lock down only the Rubik. But now Omni Knight joining the fight, as well as Kyra Jr. having TP to that tier 1 tower. The Hurl Boulder effective for the kill onto Sweeting Strong as the Primal Split is about to end. Kyra Jr. has a blink in 3 more seconds with a Melt Strike. Another stack of reflections as out comes the Guardian Angel. One of its 2 charges here now. In goes the blink on in, the Melt Strike, the silence of the TA trap, the Bottle Illusion Room allowing it to charge another of those
in trouble.
ones. TA is in trouble and is just going to die. The dust. Seems like Klim Sani4 have overextended. Crazy long fight. Little bit messy by both teams, but who comes out on top here? I guess SIBE team?
Yeah, I think SIBE team got the more valuable kills right now, and they're also gonna get their Radiance from that fight on the Brewmaster. That's gonna give him a huge power spike in the next upcoming fight. I feel like this is actually perfect for them, winning the fight, getting the Radiance, so that puts them in contention of maybe getting Roshan since they have Lats on the Brewmaster already. This is a very, very big deal for them. If you can get the Aegis and I guess you put it on the Omni and just let the Omnis run in and kill heroes, play aggressive.
You just hit this big timing now with the Harpoon delivered. Things are going to get more painful, more burst damage now online against this Klim Sani4 lineup.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant. Radiant's top tower.
Oh, they gave it to the Drow, alright.
Oh, they were trying to contest this. They did actually manage to find
dead.
a pick here onto the Brewmaster. Spell stolen is only the Lucent Beam, not the Eclipse.
Oh, they have to run.
SIBE team, they're not
Guys,
going to
no
be
TP.
super happy with
They
how
have
this
to
fight
fight.
turns out, but they're immediately onto one. The burst damage, it's too much. They've deleted Sweeting Strong. Lane as well able to stand his ground and fight, and the rest of Klim Sani4, they are bailing out of this one. Did not really get going their way after that initial pick off onto the Brew. Not so bad, but
Radiant's top
so great either.
has fallen.
Once Munkushi has his BKB, he's gonna be able to stand his ground and fight. They're gonna need like someone to get a nullifier at some point as well to dispel like the Omni Knight buff. Wonder who's gonna do it. I mean, I guess TA can do it maybe
Dire's
later.
middle tower is under
Later into the
attack.
game. But right now, nobody wants to get that item.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, for SIBE team, it's all about like trying to protect the Drow in the team fights with the Omni and the Brewmaster. Like the Nature's Prophet and the Rubik is just going to be there to try to initiate, and
Dire's
for the
bottom
Nature's
tower
Prophet, it's more
is
about like trying to use your tank some damage, and he's going to TP in, gonna try to find
Radiant's top
Trian. He's
tower
dusted.
is under attack.
Easy kill here.
He was kind of just stalking there, and then he walked just barely underneath this sentry. Took a nice little escape path, but will be killed off. Was kind of just watching them take that tier 1 tower. Other than that, just kind of, oh, hold on. It seems like we may be gearing up for a fight. Lopsided at that 6 versus 4 effectively with that Aegis and the tree dead. Lamy just
Dire's
getting right
middle
into that tower.
is under attack.
Yeah, DD and Deso on Kyra Jr. right now. So maybe they feel like they have the timing to fight. Magnus has a boss stuff. But it's gonna be hard for him to initiate into like the silence from the Drow, the Gust and the Lift, you know. Like those spells are
Dire's middle
gonna make
tower
it difficult
is
for you
under
to
attack.
dagger and skewer someone back.
Dire's
Because they are both
structures
instant.
are fortified.
Oh, Sweden's wrong, he's trying to loot some Lotus, but
Dire's middle tower is under
Reprince
attack.
is here
Dire's
to
middle tower has fallen.
stop him from doing it and pays the price.
Yep. In the meantime, Tormentor taken, mid tier 2 tower taken, a smoke play from SIBE team as they continue to move around the map here. Probably looking, I would suppose, for that top tier 2 tower that they've pinged.
And Drow is about to finish her next item. She just started buying the Lincolns now. Lincolns is gonna be great at dealing with the lasso. So she has Manta for the root, and when she gets Lincoln for the Bear Rider lasso, it means that there's only the RP, and you have the Omniite to save you from that, and you have the Rubik as well to try and lift him up. It's like I think once he gets the Lincolns, he's gonna be very safe in the team fights.
Looks like a free kill here onto the NP. A little bit of a trap set. He was sent back to clear the creep wave off the tier 2 tower, delay the push. Gives his team more than enough time to take down the tier 2 top. And with the Eclipse used, I don't really know if Klim Sani4 are going to look to try and defend this one.
And they still have BKB and Mukushi though, but maybe they feel like the Aegis on Drow is just gonna be too much for them to handle, and deciding that they're just gonna forfeit the tower and try to get a trade on the bot lane. I think that's a wise call here, a safer call.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's
Luna is actually fairly strong right now. They have to just wait out the Aegis, and maybe they can just look for an opportunity to try and smoke and take a fight. Maybe deciding if he sees a timing to fight, he's gonna immediately get the butterfly and try to win a fight.
Hold on, mid lane. They've actually got Kyra Jr. trying to go for a little bit of a creep wave cut. The burst damage isn't really there to kill him, and with the Rubik too far away, and no stun to interrupt that TP out. A lot of TP out this game, huh? Right in the face of SIBE team.
They don't really have a lot of stuns apart from the Rubik Leaf, to be honest, and the Brew Split. That's the issues with having a lineup that has minimal catch. I mean, I guess they kind of have the Aghanim's Wrath of Nature from Nature's Prophet. You just didn't have it ready.
Uh-oh.
Respect. Gonna run into him. He's getting
Really
caught.
fairly bold here, just kind of walking right behind enemies at all times. Little common sentry D-ward spot. He says, yep, they've got a ward here for sure.
And that's just Trian things, right? You're running around trying to set up vision behind enemy lines. He's basically like a bounty hunter, you know. You're gonna try to get information, but also risking your own life, you know. People have vision there on awkward places. You might actually just feed a couple of times, but it's pretty normal to die on Trian in this type of position. You're still giving your team information, you know. You die on that area and you can tell them, oh, there's 3 heroes here. TP one hero to catch me, it means we can take the other side of the map. So it's not entirely for nothing, you know, he's dead. Rider is
forward.
gonna jump in. That's
Yeah,
all.
the Wrath of Nature actually rooted up Sweden strong. The lockdown's still quite effective as in comes Munkushi a second time. Oh goodness, the Glaives bouncing off of the Tormentor, but they will force the BKB TP out this time. So no such luck on a quick and easy kill here onto the NP. This time it will be a little bit more costly.
Maybe he should have just committed the ulti to get the kill, so it was gonna be faster, so he can actually get the kill and get out quickly. Wait, so he actually chose to go for Skadi instead of the butterfly. Trying to limit the heal, I guess. I don't know. I feel like if they were trying to hit a timing, maybe butterfly would have actually give them a very good shot of like just getting the butterfly and smoke up. You know, if you win a fight, you can actually just push high ground as Luna, and if you get on the high ground, you start right clicking with your glaives and your butterfly. It's gonna make it so difficult for the opponent to run in to defend the towers. Roshan is going to spawn. I may spawn in 1 minute, so teams are going to start to posture around preparing for it. It's going to be like a daytime Roshan in bottom lane.
I like that, the daytime Roshan. That's a better way of saying it. I usually just say Radiant Roshan, but daytime Roshan, that's very clear. Daytime Roshan, important to set up for that guy. For now, though, Klim Sani4 is going to be forced to the other side of the map. Things a bit too awkward for them down there without the heroes assembled, division set up. BKB on Luna still just now coming off cooldown. Link Dagger is ready for purchase. Munkushi does need to save a bit more for buyback, though. I'd be surprised at this stage of the game if you didn't consider having the resources for that at the ready.
He's going Blink. Interesting. So he wants to Blink next to the drop.
Uh-oh, this time TA is not going to be able to Blink TP away. They even have the dust and the detection for her. Is going to be killed off very easily. Tower top lane is going to fall. And this is an interesting place for Munkushi to try and go and farm. I mean, maybe he didn't see the kill onto the TA. Maybe he thinks he's really strong. He might be really strong, but he is going to be forced to TP away. Does get the primal split out. So again, an 8-second BKB charge used for something. And here with the haste rune and giving good chase is this Omni Knight, but lost vision of that Bat Rider on top of that cliff.
That's one scary hasted Omni Knight. Harpoon. Don't really want to mess with him. With no BKB, I guess this is go time.
Look at this, the jump on in. It's good damage, but not nearly enough. And this time Munkushi does not have, oh no, the BKB. He got actually pulled back there by the Harpoon of the Omni Knight, trying to fight through this one with a minimal light steal, but it's just not good enough. They might not even get Ryan Prince here. RP is forced out, will secure the kill. That's both supports dead, but Klim Sani4 engaging on a fight, Winter, when they don't have their Templar Assassin. No buyback either here on these dead heroes. Fortify
that
gets
was a very
ground.
clutch silence there by the Drow there. Magnus blinking, he tried to get a, it was going to be like a 2 or 3 man RP, but he got silenced. He didn't have BKB, so maybe he's going to regret not getting a BKB, you know, trying to get Manta or stuff instead of just getting a BKB to secure the RP in the top. He would have actually been able to kill those 2 heroes. I think he got the RP off and get the skill back.
Some clever TA plays there. You see him denying the trap to do splash damage to the heroes is pretty clever. I like that. Some efficient way of doing damage from range. From Sani4 here, they just need to stem the losses. Still got a really good team fight, even if the RP's on cooldown now. Oh no, but this is going to be trouble, right? Bottom lane, SIBE team pushing in. Roche, of course, daytime has already spawned in, is ready for the taking, and without the RP, without the Luna here at the ready, seems pretty likely now that SIBE team are going to be able to have a really good shot at taking this. Pretty cool ward spot here right above the fountain, sorry, the Lotus Pool, not a fountain. As the Omni Knight just trying to get vision for a little cheeky Wrath of Nature.
And we're gonna start to see the Roshan stand off soon. I mean, Luna is pushing out the top lane. She has to join her team quickly right now after just showing herself at the top. Him knows that, so they're immediately gonna start Rosh. So I'm not really sure if Munkushi is doing the right thing here, giving that kind of information to your opponent. I think that's just gonna cost them the Rosh.
I think so. Roar of Retribution is not going to really slow this enough, and it will go down. Scan is going to pop up, and Kyra Jr. once again trying to engage. Doesn't have BKB, so will be blinking backwards alongside Squeed and Strong. They do chase for more now. The NP considering TPing on in very aggressively, but is not going to be able to find really an opportunity for a clean jump. Once again, Klim Sani4 just a bit late there to try and contest the Roche.
I mean, Munkushi is the only one late, you know, he went top to push out the wave. I'm not sure if he needed to do that, you know, he just needed to be with his team.
Come on, coach, you win and lose as a team, don't you? Careful here, Munkushi.
Yes, sir.
You might just die by yourself. Strong looking for an engagement with a very quick blink out. Careful now, second Force Staff sees him up the high ground safely. Very good flame break, buying a little bit of time, but the self Force Staff from Lame up to the high ground condemns the Bat Rider. No damage being dealt here, canceling the blink daggers for the rest of Klim Sani4, who will be able to get away after destroying the tier 2 tower. The team that loses both Aegis is actually going to be the team to get all the outer towers first. I don't know if they're going to get the first racks, however, especially with SIBE team preparing to push.
Yeah, AC is also completed here on the Brewmaster. This is going to be a huge item for SIBE. Their fireman just got incredibly stronger with the aura. I'm not sure if actually Klim Sani4 is going to be able to get a good fight here. I feel like the Magnus needs a BKB. I'm very surprised he doesn't have BKB. Like, how is he actually going to deal with the instant leaf and silence from the Drow without a BKB?
He just wants to be more of a core, right, with this kind of a build. The match style, plenty of damage. The split early out. Remember, the Earth Panda has Demolish, so it is doing a ton of damage to these structures. Not to mention that Drow Ranger putting in some good damage numbers. It's a dead tree and Protector now. He is dead for 45
Lost
seconds.
his gem.
No buyback.
Oh no.
Gem on the deck, just kind of being chilling there for now. SIBE team looking to crack open the base. Now, the good news is that there's a tier 2 standing, so they can't quite get full megas, as Omni's just going to walk up and just casually grab that Gem of True Sight. Nice blink away, no damage being dealt to the Harpoon, and they will be able to also interrupt not only the Skewer, but also the Force Staff back. Cloud trying to escape. There's the initiation of Munkushi. He's on in. But they're on to Lame, and they're dragging him further into the base now. The tier 4 tower is even taking a couple of swings at him. Aegis is going to end up respawning him. There is no primal sword for 70 more seconds. Tyra kind of getting around, looking for the backliners. They've actually stolen RP. Danger, danger. Incoming from Munkushi. No! Dodged by the Manta style, but it doesn't matter. I think a stun still hit him. They skewer the Rubik back into the fountain. He's already dead. Lame looking for a quick TP out. The Lucent Beam just not in time as Kyra Jr. surrounded by the Treants. He is going to live as he takes down the Treant. Make that the Omni Knight. Ryan Prince is going to be the next to fall as Kyra Jr. nearly dies there to the wrath of nature. That was a buyback for Ryan Prince for that move. Oh my goodness, what an insane hold there from Klim Sani4. That's 5 heroes dying, Aegis, and a buyback there for SIBE team.
Yeah, the Luna just did so much damage in that fight, 7,300 damage. You know, she was able to just unleash her spells, her right clicks, and it got an RP, you know. A miracle RP without a BKB, so he actually contributed in that fight, so that allowed the Luna to dish out damage. SIBE team is clearly overestimating how strong they were there, trying to go in too much or without the boost split, and just paying the huge price for it. Omni Knight does not have buyback right now. This is gonna be at least one lane, I guess, one lane of Rex, because the Luna is definitely gonna take one lane at least.
Not only was that one RP in the fight, Rubik also tried to get an RP out, but his, I think it was Manta dodge, wasn't it? Am I crazy?
He still got the stun off. I'm not entirely sure. But
I don't know either.
It felt like Luna was stunned.
I thought so. Luna got stunned by something, and I wasn't sure what it was. But either way, good fight. Luna able to get in there, and now it's going to be Klim Sani4 who at least are going to be able to take down a tier 3 tower. Not much more because of the extra fortify, but showing that they are still very much in this game. Is going to be a little bit more difficult now. I mean, especially with the net worth that this Luna has amassed. I mean, Munkushi is just massive. Holy.
I mean, Draw on the other hand has a butterfly now, so I think there's going to be like some window without the MKBs here for the Luna, and maybe they should actually just use this window to try and fight, you know, on the Draw Ranger. I think this is going to be a very, very important thing that the team has to decide right now. Luna is going to run up the high ground. I'm not sure if they saw the butterfly on the Draw. Okay, they're going to see it now. I guess they don't really care. I feel like the Luna is just way stronger. It's gonna blink in. It's gonna siege. I mean, if the tower goes down, she's hitting your racks, the glaives are bouncing. Good luck, you know, walking in there.
It's just simply put, not a whole lot of just walking in there, is there?
top
And
barracks
even with
are
these
under attack.
illusions and all the buffer buildings, things are going to get a little bit ugly here.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Haste!
The Magnus completes Lincoln's. Right.
He's just allergic to BKB. Next item is
Just-
another
I mean, it's like
hurricane
a
pipe.
it's like a greedy way of thinking about things, you know, because you're a universal hero, you want to get items that give you the most stats, but sometimes it's just about understanding what is your role in the team fight.
I mean, he's got a
Do you-
ton of damage though, doesn't he?
Do you actually need to do damage on a Magnus?
Sure, but big number
when you have
good.
TA, when you have TA and Luna, you have
Big
TP
number
now.
good, Winter.
Yeah, big is not always good, you know. Understanding your role is more important. He just needs to click his R button, blink in, R button, skewer back. End of story. After that, whatever he does not matter anymore.
Radiant are
You know what I would have told him if he was my teammate? I would have said, get yourself a BKB after the harpoon, and then if you want a stat item, I know a stat item that gives you plus 10 all stats, or 12, whatever. Get an Ag Scepter. Right? That's a stat item.
Uh-huh.
Get that
Yeah,
horn
that would
toss.
actually make a lot more sense with his build and what he needs to do.
Yeah.
in the game, you know.
I mean, I'm serious.
lock in.
I'm not always just joking. Oh, this is a huge jump onto the Drow Ranger. Match style trying to get out of this one, but surrounded by BKB heroes. That's Silence is going to do nothing here. They did at least steal that Eclipse, doing pretty good damage now, and now a stolen. Oh, but the RP
big
is just
RP.
too good.
Where's
they
the damage?
do take down at least the TA, but this is just, the fight's almost over here already. Omni trying to fight his way through this one, but alone now versus Munkushi. The Guardian Angel running out as down goes the Brewmaster. Okay, a sneaky TP or a blink away, but no chance out there as Munkushi picks up the ultra kill. Insta buyback there now from the Omni Knight, but just a huge RP in that fight. Holy moly.
Yep, he was able to find it thanks to a good initiation with his team running in with the Bat Rider, gets the jump off, sets everything up. The train follows up with a root, and just made it very easy for Cloud to actually find the RP on, like, it was like, I think 4 heroes probably.
Yeah, it looked
So
like it.
Luna just cleared everything with the shot and the glaze bouncing around.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle
Might
barracks
just lead already. It's honestly game one. There is no fortify here. Only one more buyback. They do not have a primal split either here. So things are
Munkushi.
about to look a little bit more dangerous.
Munkushi.
Nearly killed here.
No
There's a
BKB.
skewer in a second, but no, it's just not going to matter. No BKB. That's 1,000 gold. 1,300 more even
He was
for
so
the Omni
greedy.
Knight. That was
He went out and tried to finish the melee racks.
that was something, Winter. Not gonna lie. That was a choice.
That was something a coach would not be happy to see, I can tell you that. Discipline, you know, you need to have discipline as a carry player. Yeah, I feel like Munkushi doesn't have a lot of it right now, but they're still in a very good position. He has buyback. 14k net worth lead, RP is going to be up in 20 seconds, so as long as they have that, they should be able to still buy back and defend their base. The Radiant team has to try and force it out, and they have no other way to play this game right now. Try to force the buyback and try to run away. The Glacier is up.
Dire's
Drow.
top barracks
Yeah.
are under attack.
Munkushi buyback at the ready. The rest of the buyback situation, the SIBE team, it's fairly lacking. Again, there still is a tier 2 tower down bottom. This wave is very pushed out, so they may be able to save on this Luna buyback. Seems like that is at least the idea right now for Klim Sani4. Looks like SIBE team are going to not be able to force it. They would have had to really go for the throne, and that's a scary prospect against a Bat Rider and a Magnus. you know. Yeah.
Yep. Somebody's going into the fountain. For sure, against Bat and Magnus.
Dire are scanning.
I think it was good. They still got a set of racks. Roche is... how is Roche?
Now, Roche is now.
Roche is already up. Okay.
There's a DD rune active on the Omni Knight into the Roche pit. Roar of Retribution this time, Klim Sani4. They're bringing all their cores to the fight, Winter. It's finally happening. The DD rune, and now even the split preempting anything here for the third time. Klim Sani4, I think they're going to be a bit too late. Now remember, oh, the big RP!
Here comes the RP.
It's going to go down, but they still get
Stolen
that
RP.
Aegis online. Kyra Jr. takes down the Rubik. There's going to be a second kill now on the Sweden Strong. The Glaives bouncing around as the self-4 staff out from the Drow Ranger, but Munkushi closing the gap instantly. There's going to be the magic damage and the right clicks. They break the marksmanship rocket, even with the butterfly. The damage, it's immense from Munkushi. On to now the Brewmaster, who has no more split. He goes down. The Omni Knight trying to take the Twin Gate out of here as Kyra Jr. nearly dead here, but it seems like it will be Klim Sani4 cleaning up this Roche fight as they show up a bit late, but a massive RP here still secures them the fight win.
Yeah, the Rubik actually, he couldn't really get out the RP. I think he just died after stealing the RP. So he couldn't contribute in that fight, and the Brew used his split a lot earlier, trying to scout and try to find the Magnus, so the Magnus doesn't get the jump.
Brewlings don't break smoke, Windsor.
Oh yeah, that's true as well. That's why he couldn't find the Magnus there. And he wasn't able to stop the Blink RP, and they just like couldn't fight at all after that. The Drow wasn't able to dish out
How
damage.
it works is you can't smoke in front of a Brewling, like your smoke will not work. But if you're smoked, a Brewling will not break it. This is the same thing I think with the Arc Warden clone, right?
Radiant structures are fortified.
But hero units don't break it?
It's not a hero unit, I think.
Because Lone Druid Bear doesn't break the smoke.
Yeah, but you cannot activate smoke in front of it, right? So if Lone Druid has an Ags and he's just the bear's one, you can't just smoke and get away. If you're out of range of the smoke break, like they were here, then it's going to be fine.
Oh, Munkushi.
Holy moly.
What
Staff's
is
on
that
back, though,
damage?
and they have managed to kidnap the Rubik. I think there's no way out from this one. He does have a self-telekinesis, but it's on cooldown. He will drop. That's the Wrath of Nature used as well. Too bad, no buybacks.
Kanda and Hammer? Kanda hit with the hammer and the heal.
Ooh, look at
the damage. This Omni Knight.
Another 4-staff out. Oh no, but they're going to be able to kidnap him back out of the base and pulled away and killed. No buyback. 2 minutes. He is down for the count. That might just be about it, Windsor. I don't see this push going too much more wrong. I mean, I just don't think this Drow Ranger is going to be able to get through those refraction charges. You've got to be concerned now about an RP skewer, not even just a little skewer back. The buyback situation is looking desperate. Rubik's got a buyback at least. He might be forced to use it as the primal split at least does stop the Brewmaster from going down.
They're killing the Brewlings.
What kind of damage can they really get going now? The Brewlings are pretty low, but they're just so desperate to try and lengthen this game. Munkushi up onto the high ground now, fighting into this Drow Ranger. The RP is going to completely whiff. That gives at least SIBE team a chance here. Lame trying to bully them back up the high ground. The Gust doesn't hit a darn thing as Kyra Jr. finishing off the bottom lane of barracks. They still at least have some barracks top. I think it's these range. No, the melee barracks, correction. For how much longer? The Brewmaster is dead for another minute. No buyback on him. We've got a whole minute left for the Omni Knight. Is that some decent damage from the Glacier? Oh, and they're on to Lame, being pulled back. The interruption there on the telekinesis, but he's going to need a little bit more. The 4-staff on back. So far, so good. But again, there's just so much control, so much forced movement against him. He just cannot run away. Lame is going to die. There's the horn for the Megas. Tier 4s and the throne all for the taking, as it's going to be Klim Sani4 cleaning up in game number 1 here. What a phenomenal game from them. The GG well played is called.
That was a very, very messy game, but I felt like in the late game situation, Magnus kind of had a couple of pretty good RPs that saved his team for team fights and allowed them to actually just clean up with the Luna.